My father constantly told me I was never going to be anything and that I wasn't going to live to be 30 years of age. My brothers, you're talking to a man that if ignorance had his way, I would not be here. Hey, bro. This is Robert Davis, the founder of Saving Cain. Listen, there's nothing worse than being stuck, right? Except when everything you do to get yourself free worsens the situation that you're in more than if you had done nothing at all. With that said, I think you will agree that the truest expression of living is the freedom of movement. Now, this isn't just moving, it's moving in the right direction. Even if you don't know exactly where you're going, but you have an expectation that you will know once you get there. This kind of movement is the unfettered, momentum-gaining, kinetic action which is driven by hope and drawn by faith that gets you to where you're supposed to be in spite of resistance. Yeah, I know. All that sounds good when you're rolling. When the pedal's to the metal, the wind is at your back, and the skies are clear for takeoff. By the way, the best thing about moving in the right direction is that there's no care in the world that can hold you down because you understand that your movement is in response to and in accordance with purpose. Now, the resistance you feel is the hindrance that is experienced by anything in motion. But resistance be damned when it comes into contact with a man who is connected to purpose. Unfortunately, however, there is something that men have been experiencing for generations, which has the authority to severely disable their spiritual, emotional, and physical ability not only to move, but to move in the right direction. It's so debilitating that you cannot recover from it by yourself, and it is uniquely disruptive because it has the power to disconnect you from purpose. This thing allows resistance to grind you to a halt, forces you in between two seemingly unmovable objects, and then it buries you underneath the cares of the world to keep you immobilized. This is what I call the phenomenon of being stuck. My parents had 9 children living in a 2-bedroom house, and I was the middle child. We didn't have much, but we never went hungry, even if dinner was a pan of Jiffy Pop popcorn. That many kids meant that the hand-me-down game was in full effect. The problem I had with it was that the clothes didn't fit me that well. I was a scrappy dude, but I was skinny. So the shirts were too big, the pants were too big, and the shoes were worn out by the time they got to me. Plus, they were also too big. Now, the fact that I had nothing made me want nothing, and that created in me a poverty mentality which kept me from not just moving, but from moving in the right direction. Now, having a poverty mentality meant I was stuck between loss and limitation, and at the same time, I was held down by the low expectations of my father. This again is a mindset that will make you want nothing, do nothing, have nothing, and be nothing but stuck like this for the rest of your life unless you get set free. This way of existing is agonizing because it makes you choose to do ignorant things that keep you from having good success. But I am grateful to God for His mercy, which protected me from being taken out by a mentality that kept me stuck between loss and limitation and buried me underneath the only care I had in this world at the time, which was how and when I was going to get my next 40 ounce. Now, during the almost 30 years after the age my father predicted I wouldn't make it to, my soul has prospered and I have had good success. This includes 27 years of marriage to the love of my life, 3 beautiful and successful daughters, obtaining a master's certification, which is the highest designation that someone in my career choice can achieve, owning my first new car, and owning a home. I know that sounds materialistic, bro, but really, I'm not materialistic at all. I'm just trying to show you that this phenomenon can be overcome, and then you can turn around, go back in, and help your brother get out like I'm doing. So hey, bro, after having heard all that, if you think you're being held captive by the phenomenon of being stuck, and you want to know how to get yourself set free, join me at Saving Cain and follow my blog Manhood Rediscover, where you can get the help that you need, because we'd love to help a brother out. Until then, be good and be blessed. Peace.